I feel energised when I'm performing on stage. Usually once you add an audience into the mix, you get a lot of energy back from the audience. Definitely just lots of fun. I'm just enjoying myself on stage and having a good time. My name is George Hurley and I'm a downstream scientist here at CPI in Darlington. I've probably been performing on stage semi-professionally for about 3 or 4 years, I would say. Musical theatre is kind of where I like to perform. So I performed in Legally Blonde, I performed as Pinocchio in Shrek the Musical, I performed as one of the lead drag queens in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I think there's 2 sides to my personality. The first side is more the performance side of me. So I would say outside of work, I'm very energetic and charismatic, and I just love to have a good time. The second side to my personality would definitely be the science side. I love a good challenge, I like to problem solve, and I definitely am interested in research and development. I chose to become a scientist because I wanted to make a difference. There's a few reasons why I chose to work at CPI. One of the reasons was all of the different development opportunities, especially as someone that's in their early stages of their career. And another reason is obviously because CPI is local to Darlington, so it was kind of a win-win. In terms of jobs to the local area, there's nothing really like CPI. There's a lot of jobs within the scientific industry which wouldn't be here until CPI joined. As a downstream scientist, I work on a lot of purification projects. So that can be quite varied. I can be purifying anything from RNA for a vaccine to proteins and lots of other different biological active molecules. There's a few things that I love about working at CPI. One of the main things is the people that I get to work with. So I work with some fantastic people. My line manager's really supportive of anything that I'd like to do, any career development opportunities. Another reason why I love working at CPI is the variety of work that we get to do. Everyone says it, but every day is very different, so it's a lot of experience for me to gain. There's a couple of things that being the co-chair of the LGBTQ+ affinity group involves. Raising motivation within the group and kind of making sure that there's that community aspect, making sure that we have goals and aims within the group and things that we'd like to see improve within the company culture. Affinity groups are really important because it gives people a safe space to discuss how they feel and their experiences at work. I think the PRISM group specifically is really important because LGBTQ+ people are often discriminated against or mistreated in the workplace, especially within the STEM industry. So I think it's important to have that group that makes sure that CPI can kind of learn from those experiences and make sure that we put things in place to make sure that that doesn't happen. In my day-to-day role, I feel like the D&I group helps me feel supported at work, and it allows me to bring my authentic self to work, which is really important.